Good afternoon and welcome to the Grand Rapids Public Schools Wednesday weekly School Safety Informational Program. We're starting these informational sessions to provide our staff, our parents, and our students with more information around how to keep our schools safe. You know, recently in the state of Michigan, we've had a national school safety incident in Oxford. At the conclusion of that incident, many of our parents in our own community here began to wonder, what are we doing to keep our kids safe? Well, we believe that school security should be on the top of every agenda and every educational agenda, and Grand Rapids is no exception. So many years ago, we began to look at how do we keep our kids safe, how do we keep our parents safe, how do we keep our community safe? We believe that the school district is nothing more than a microcosm of the community, and whatever can happen in our community can surely happen in our school. So we began to develop what we call the components of a safe school. And working with our community and working with our school safety officials, we think we've developed a robust program that will keep our students safe. I'm Larry Johnson, the Chief of Staff and the Executive Director of Public Safety for the Grand Rapids Public Schools. And welcome to our journey. The first component that we want to talk about today is the appropriate adult relationships. We believe that appropriate student-staff relationships is the key and the foundation for any school safety program. We know what appropriate relationships look like in Grand Rapids, and although I can't speak for the entire country, I can surely speak for Grand Rapids. We want our students to be traveling in vehicles not with just one adult, but with two adults. We want to make sure that as we travel through our community and as our staff work with our students, that when things don't appear to be right, that someone is reporting that. We also understand that the key to stopping a violent incident from occurring in the school lays in the hands of our students. And when our students have a relationship and an appropriate relationship with an adult in the school system, we run the likelihood of stopping an event from occurring within our community. So we want to stress the appropriate adult relationships. We think it's critical. We think it's foundational to our school safety program. We know it's foundational to our components of a safe school. The next component we want to talk about is administrative support. And that's administrative support not just from the principal's lens or the executive director's lens, but it's administrative support from the superintendent down, from our board, from the cabinet, from every individual that works inside of the district. We want to make sure that we're supporting the efforts to keep schools safe, that we're taking the opportunities to evaluate security products, and that we continue our comprehensive training programs. We know if we do these things, it gives our district, it gives our community members, it gives our staff the advantage to make good decisions for our students in the event we have an incident inside of our buildings. Our next component we want to talk about today is the after-school athletic and security programs. Across this nation, more spectators attend K-12 athletic events than those that attend professional events. In our work with NCS4, the National Center for School Safety and Security, based out of Hattiesburg, Mississippi, at the University of Southern Mississippi, we've learned over the years that when schools cut down their security operation programs at 4 o'clock, it exposes them to a variety of things that can happen in the stands. And just like we want to keep our students safe from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., we want to continue those programs, our safety programs, and keeping our students safe from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. From the time our buses start rolling in the morning to the time our buses are back into the bus depot, we want to make sure that every student who's participated in an after-school program, be it athletics or an educational-based program, we want to make sure that those students are safe. And so we continue to work with our school safety staff. We continue to work with the administrators of those programs to continue our drills within the after-school program, appropriate staffing of our games, working with local law enforcement, and even working with our community and our neighbors to make sure that the venues around the schools are safe and that our students have safe passage to and from the after-school events. And then the final component that we want to talk to in this session is our comprehensive school safety plan. Now, what is a comprehensive school safety plan? It's a multitude of a lot of things. It's after-school programs. It's peer mediation. It's conflict resolution. But the comprehensive school safety plan lies in the hand of what we call our operational response plan. And our operational response plan is in the hands of every administrator. We train on this book. It is a book that can be found on the desks of the administrators. Every one of our security staff members have this book, and it is an all hazards approach to how we respond to incidents in our school district. Although we've written plans for about 32 different incidents as required by the state of Michigan, we have responses to hundreds of incidents because of our all hazards approach. We want to make sure, and we want to make sure that our parents know that if we have an incident, your kids are in good hands. We want our staff to know that you're in good hands and that we're going to put the best response we can until we can get law enforcement on site to help us and take over a scene. You know, really what we don't want to do is we don't want to have an incident to occur in our district. And we believe by embracing the components of a safe school, it gives us the advantage. Overall, we have about 32 components that we've trained on, embraced, and researched. And we have the data to prove that when components of the safe school are implemented and they work, academic achievement goes up. I'm proud to serve as your Executive Director of Public Safety, and I'm proud to be able to work alongside 30 to 40 young men and young women who are dedicated to the needs of this community. I'm also fortunate to have a superintendent, Dr. Lee Roby, who takes school safety very serious, and we're absolutely ecstatic to have a board that supports our efforts. But we can't do it alone, because uniform security in a school district is nothing more than icing on the cake. All of you are part of the security team, parents, students, and the community members at large. In order for this to work, we all got to come together, continue to invest in resources, training materials, and continue to put what's best in front of our kids. Again, this is session number 1 of many that we will bring you on Wednesdays to give you information on how to keep our schools safe. We invite you to send us questions. Send us questions to SecurityQuestions@grps.org. And the following week, we'll respond to your concerns. Again, thank you for allowing me to serve you, and we look forward to seeing you next week on Grand Rapids Public Schools weekly Wednesday informational sessions. Thank you.